What's up, everybody, and thank you for clicking on this video. You could have clicked on other videos, you clicked on this one. I appreciate you for doing that, and let's go ahead and get into it. So well. So they had the press conference, and we got one of the biggest flyweight fights that I've seen in this modern era. Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards. So Bam Rodriguez 18-0, 11 knockouts, and then you got Sonny Edwards at 20-0 with 4 knockouts. So y'all, have you ever seen a flyweight bout promoted like this? I haven't seen any fights at the lower weight classes. It's probably Chocolatito and Juan Francisco Estrada. That's probably the only one that's been promoted. Like, I mean, you guys let me know if you have seen others that were pushed hard like this, months. And when I say push hard, I'm talking about months. This is not a pay-per-view fight, but they've been talking about this fight. Like, this fight's been signed since like July. It's signed since July, and they're not fighting until December. It's crazy. That's a crazy long time. And I'm not necessarily a fan of it, to be honest. You could get almost 2 fights in that time period. Not 2 fights, so I'm just saying, including the fight with Edwards and Rodriguez. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this, because I have a couple of thoughts. So now I'm going to just go ahead and get into it after 2 minutes of rambling practically. Hear me out. I'm not a fan of the venue that they chose. And I really hope that the judges can put on earmuffs. And that's because they're fighting in Glendale, Arizona. We all know how those Arizona fans are. They want to see action. They want action. Now, Bam Rodriguez, he's going to give you action. But what they're not going to like is Sonny Edwards' style. Sonny's not going to bang with Bam Rodriguez. He's not going to do that. He'll have his moments where he'll like keep his feet and he'll trade, but he's not. Come on, we know how Sonny fights. He's not. Edwards isn't going to do that, and I don't expect him to, because that's not his style. But here's the issue that I have with that. You're going to hear booing. This is such a good fight, and I guarantee we're going to have booing. The crowd will be booing, and that's just going to be a shame, because while it is a clash of styles, it's a clash of high-level styles. We got number 1 and number 2 at flyweight that are going to be getting it on. We are in for a freaking treat as boxing fans, and I'm telling y'all now, that crowd will be booing at certain stages in that fight, and it might even happen before the 3rd round. And I'm gonna hate hearing that when I'm watching the fight, because all the work that these guys put into this is a huge moment for them. They're not gonna just sit there and rock'em sock'em robots. That's just not gonna happen. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. Are you fine with the location? You don't think that's a big deal? To me, as a viewer, let's say if I had my wife watching the fight too, and she's hearing them boom, I just don't think that's a great experience. When you're watching a fight and you already really don't understand it, like I'm talking from my wife's perspective, she doesn't quite understand boxing like I do. I mean, she's watched many Mayweather fights with me and stuff like that, but she's not into it like I am. So when she's watching it and she's hearing them booing, that's going to take away from the experience. I really think it takes away from the experience. It's not going to take away from my experience. I'm just going to hate to hear it, but it's going to happen. I also think it's going to be one of those fights that nobody will be clamoring for a rematch. I don't think people will be clamoring for a rematch after this fight. I think this is going to be a one and done. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win. Not right now, but I definitely think it's going to be a one and done fight. And then both will move on to bigger and better things. But I'm glad we're getting 1 versus 2 in the division. And depending on who wins, who do you guys think they fight next? Because it feels like this is the pinnacle. But Rodriguez is so young, he can go up to Superfly. Sonny Edwards, what's next for him? Do they go for Julio Cesar Martinez? Is he going to be next? So I'm thinking that's going to be next for the winner. Whoever wins this will take on Julio Cesar Martinez. Because truthfully, Julio Cesar Martinez should be unifying with Artem Dalakian, who's the WBA world champ. So you got Julio Cesar Martinez, who's the WBC champ. You got Artem Dalakian, who's the WBA champ. You got Jesse Rodriguez, who's the WBO champ. And Sonny Edwards, who's the IBF champ. So they're unifying. You need Julio Cesar Martinez to make weight. How about that? Make weight and unify the titles, so that way we can get undisputed at the flyweight division. There's no reason why we can't do that. There's no reason why us fans can't have nice things, right, y'all? Come on now. We need nice things. And this is a nice thing, because what are the alternatives? Truthfully, What are the alternatives for these fighters? I don't think there's much of one, but I can't wait for December 16th. I want to know who you guys got. Who do you guys got? You guys got Jesse Rodriguez? You got Sonny Edwards? You think it's going to be a close fight? You think it's going to be surprisingly one-sided? I'm very curious what you guys think about this fight. And also, what do you think about the crowd? How does it affect you? How does it affect your friends? How does it affect people that maybe aren't into boxing around it? Just curious. So let me know in the comments. Drop a like. Feel free to share the video. Once again, thank you, boxing brothers and sisters, for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Till next time, peace.